Hey everyone, Tony here. Hope you are doing well. Hope your weekend is going well. It is Saturday, May 19th, and I have some very positive news for you guys. So, if you recall, for the past month or so, I've been talking about the Rockefellers, I've been talking about George Soros, the rich, really rich people with a lot of wealth who are getting involved in crypto. Well, we talked a bit about the FOMO that may kick in with rich people among those people who move in those circles, right? Well, the Rothschilds seems to be getting into crypto now. So let's go into some details here, guys. So it says the interest of large investors in cryptocurrencies and their market share is growing every day. In 2018, despite the frequent criticism of Bitcoin and other digital assets, there is more and more information available about growing attention given by major institutional investors in the development of the blockchain industry and cryptocurrencies investments. So it says here on May 17th of this year, Rothschild & Co., one of the oldest banks in Europe, announced that the position of the 75-year-old David de Rothschild will be assumed by his successor and son, Alexandre de Rothschild. He becomes the seventh generation of the Rothschild family to manage the bank, which has been centered in the world financial markets for 200 years. I think many of you know who the Rothschilds are, the Rockefellers, a lot of wealth, been around a long time. Well, it says here, Alexandre is interested in blockchain technology, guys. And it says here he's been interested in cryptocurrency since the end of 2017 when he was the executive deputy chairman of the investment managed firm Rothschild, and I can't pronounce that. Since April, there has been rumors in the narrow circle of large cryptocurrency investors that the Rothschilds are developing several cryptocurrency projects. At the moment, only one of them has been identified, IMMO. Our source reports that the implementation of IMMO is being monitored by Alexandre himself, and it says full information about this project is not available as yet. Let's see here. The connection between the Rothschilds and cryptocurrency world is confirmed recently in published articles. So he goes into details there about the Rothschild Group and so forth. And it says the Rothschild Group, a financial company, Circle, whose main shareholder is Goldman Sachs, also controlled by the Rothschild Group, acquired Poloniex. So the Rothschild Group controls Goldman Sachs, which invested in Circle, which recently purchased Poloniex, the cryptocurrency exchange. And just a note here, earlier this year, George Soros, as I mentioned before, announced his readiness to invest in digital assets. So, as you can see, the FOMO is kicking in among the very wealthy and rich people, guys. And this comes as no surprise. Everybody wants to make money. And that's why I keep telling you guys, don't panic, even though the market is not doing well right now. There's going to be pullbacks, bear and bullish markets. Negative news is going to affect the market. And of course, there is some market manipulation. But those of us who are holding crypto right now, as I've always said, we're ahead of the curve. This is the infancy stage of the market. And there's money to be made if you hold and be patient. So we got the very wealthy lining up, guys, to get into this market, the institutional money. So this should give you confidence and keep holding on. Do not panic sell. The next big news here, guys, the Wall Street Journal reports that Coinbase spoke to U.S. regulators about acquiring a federal banking license. This is big time because as an exchange and the moves that they're looking to make with, just recently adding in institutional investment services and, boy, a whole lot of things they're doing. I have to admit, I'm surprised they're doing so many things, but it's actually, while Coinbase service sucks and their fees are very high, what they're doing is actually good for us in the long term and for the market because they're setting the stage to help bring in big money. So it says here, major U.S. cryptocurrency exchange and wallet Coinbase spoke to regulators about obtaining a federal banking charter. Citing a person familiar with the matter, the Wall Street Journal reports that Coinbase spoke to the U.S. Office of Comptroller of the Currency at the beginning of 2018, both about a banking charter and their business model. Let's see. So it says here, a federal banking license would allow Coinbase to offer its own custody and payment services using an OCC limited purpose charter, also helping the company attract more institutional customers. It will also allow Coinbase to deal with only one federal regulator as opposed to a multitude of state ones. So they're going to the head of the snake, Coinbase, so to speak, so they don't have to deal with different laws within different states. But like I said, I'm not a huge fan of Coinbase, and they need to improve their services and lower their fees. But what they're doing is great for us who are holding cryptocurrencies. They're helping big money to get into the market, and that's what we want, so that money pumps up the market. Obviously, similar to the stock market, more trading, more investment in these things, the better. And for the early adopters like us, and we'll be able to cash out when the next big bull run comes along, and obviously at your ideal sell price, and make some money. And this market, as I keep saying, is in its infancy stages. We're gonna head to $3-4 trillion, even higher, guys. I think eventually there's going to be a bubble pop. And I mentioned it before. Real estate has had bubbles, and there's still bubbles in, going to happen in the future with real estate and gold and silver and the stock market. So don't let people who tell you, oh, it's a bubble. Everything is a bubble eventually, as we saw with the real estate market collapse, and even the stock market. Eventually it can't keep going higher, right? There's a collapse and then it goes back up. So don't worry about that. But what we want to do is ride the wave to that bubble, cash out before, of course. This is why I shared that spreadsheet with you guys, so you know what your ideal price point of selling at would be, and how much profit you're going to make. So I'm being fully transparent because, like I said, maybe in 4 or 5 years, we're probably going to hit a bubble once everybody is invested. Right now, everybody is not. But they are coming. The institutional money is coming, and they're looking to make money. And so are we. So be prepared. Don't panic sell. Keep holding. Have patience. And be sure to, I tried to help you guys understand the markets with bull and bearish trends and sentiments, as well as negative news affecting the market. So as well as, the principles that apply to the stock market and trading and so forth, many of that applies to the crypto market as well, right? With resistant points being tested for prices for different cryptos. And of course, I'm going to make sure I phrase this correctly. Human nature and human, the way the thought process, right? Greed and fear and these things, they play similarly as they do for the stock market, they play a factor with the crypto market. So you got to keep these things in the back of your mind and understand what's going on. And of course, apply them as necessary, and use them to figure out what's going on in the market. Now, the next big news here, guys, a former JP Morgan executive says banks will start trading crypto sooner than you think. And I've been reporting on this, right? JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, and a bunch of other investment firms on Wall Street and banks and so forth are getting ready to put money in this market. I'm not going to read everything here. I think the title tells it straightforward, right? They're coming. They want to get into this. They want to launch a trading desk. They want to, we saw a lot of them filing patents for Bitcoin and blockchain and crypto. So the moves are being made behind the scenes. They may not make major headlines, but you as investors, this is why I tried to share this with you guys, because I'm an investor. Of course, I have skin in the game. You want to watch what's happening. What's the moves being made, right? Who's doing what? And this will help you to have confidence and plan and strategize and know what you want to do with your crypto, and if you should continue to buy in the dip or pull back. But all signs are pointing to up, guys, upward. That this market has ways to go, and when all of this big money comes in, guys, it's going to be big. The next big bull run is going to be huge, greater than the one that happened in 2017. So just some 3 positive news items here, guys. As I've stated, continue to hold. We're going to make money, but you got to be patient. You got to be patient. Don't try to get rich overnight. I know a lot of you got in the market. You put money. Some of you may have bought in the bull run in December, and then of course the market crashed and there was a major pullback, and now you're like, my money. But keep holding. The prices are gonna go higher, guys. Look at what's happening here. the wealthy, the rich, these guys are coming in, the institutional money, and they're going to put money in. And guess what's going to happen? Just look at what happened last year with limited investment from institutional money. And now they're lining up. The mass of institutional money is coming. What do you think is going to happen? Bitcoin will probably hit 50,000 probably later this year. I think Ripple, like I said, is probably going to go between $10 to $15. Ethereum, I absolutely think it hit probably like $5,000 or higher. I think Ethereum has a lot of potential just because of what's all of the projects that are happening on its network. And we're gonna see all the alts get pumped, because Bitcoin is doing so well. So want to share that with you guys. What do you guys think about this news? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Thumbs up if you like this video, and please subscribe for more content on crypto. Talk to you guys later.